6B sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
From Studio 6B on Real America's Voice on a Friday night live at the America First Warehouse.
Wow.
Oh, man, I love Friday nights. We are here, Real America's Voice, 103.9 LI News Radio. Glad you're in, everybody. What a day it has been. We will get to all the news, but we are at the America First Warehouse with a room full of patriots again. Woo! And oh man, I tell you, what a pre-show it was. Besides Pizza Friday, we have guests from everywhere here. Yeah. Some brought desserts
from Baltimore. Was it Baltimore?
From Baltimore.
I may be in a food coma by about 8:11 here. Could be trouble on the chocolate peanut butter wafer mint
Ritz cracker,
coconut cookies. Oh my God,
delicious!
Them cookies are good.
Yeah, they were
really
so good. So lots to get to. Glad you're in. I want to thank everybody here at the America First Warehouse. As we always do, Joe the Box and his whole staff always so welcoming to us. Sitting right here to my right doing sports tonight is the one and only Slick Rick Amorati.
Big D, come on.
How are you?
All right.
How was your day?
Good day today, Big D. Busy, but good day. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Always good to be here at the America First Warehouse on a Friday.
1,000% with the best Patriots in the world.
That's exactly right. The most patriotic venue in all the land is Kevin Downey Jr., who has the night off tonight. We miss Mr. Downey Jr. But as he says, right there, Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac's got some news.
That's right.
Vinnie Mac is back from his vacation surgery. I mean, his surgery that he was. We are so grateful that he made it through.
Thank you.
And he's back. Vinnie Mac, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Decompressed.
I decompressed, and I made sure the surgeon's name wasn't Fauci. That's the first thing I looked at.
Yeah.
But I can tell you here, if anyone has surgery, they ask you all these questions before you go in.
Okay.
And that's a whole checklist. And one of them is, if something goes really bad, do you want a blood transfusion? And I'm thinking, hold on a second. Is that COVID blood? Is that regular blood?
Yeah.
You know, what is that?
Good question.
I was stumped right out of the box with that question. So I said no. No.
Yeah, just let him bleed out.
Basically, no, that's it. I'm out of here.
I said no. And that's when the anesthesia kicked in, I believe. They did everything they could to shut me up. And that worked.
Oh, my God.
Damn it.
I need to hire an anesthesiologist to be on staff here then.
They're willing to come here.
All right, very good. Vin's going to have some news. Rick Delgado's sitting right there across from me. Rick Delgado's got the news.
Yeah.
Mr. Delgado, how are you?
I am good, Damon.
What?
I know you're staring at me.
I did
yes, you are. You're staring at me. It's okay.
shirt.
You can stare.
I mean,
drink it in. Drink it in.
That's just that shirt is just ridiculous.
It is not ridiculous. It's the greatest thing I've ever come up with today.
But she lived.
I'll stand up so they.
No, we don't want you to stand up.
This is the worst shirt ever.
Thank you, Aaron.
I made the shirt in honor of Aaron.
That's terrible.
Because
so you might as well got to tell the backstory.
Gotta tell the story.
All right. Well, the backstory is there was this woman, elderly woman, grandmother, who was cleaning her window in Russia, and she slipped and fell 6 stories down.
Yeah.
Landed on the back of a car. We played the video.
You played the video.
We
You were off
played
that
the
night.
video.
You weren't
were
there.
off.
I was not there.
No, you weren't.
I am no part of this.
She landed on the car. The car stopped her from hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And everybody freaked out. How could you play that? How could you play that? Because she lived. But she lived. I didn't.
She almost did.
Ever since then, Aaron has been angry with me. Damon came in. What the hell happened on Friday?
Yep.
What did you guys do? How come I got to answer all these emails?
I remember this.
And I said, but Damon, she lived. That's the only reason why I'd play the freaking video is because the lady lived.
So it's a positive story.
It's a feel good story. It's a.
That's why Damon didn't like it.
Come on. So it's a feel-good story. It's a story of triumph. She triumphed over the 6-story fall.
And so now you have a shirt that says, "But she lived."
It's a shirt honoring Grandma. Yeah.
Okay.
It takes 20 minutes to explain the shirt, but he's got a shirt that says she
But
lived.
I got a shirt for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you have
It took a half an hour to explain that bag last night, too. How about that bag?
I love my bag.
Oh, God, please don't get us started on that tonight.
We thought she was a KGB asset thrown out of a window like all the other doctors.
And you know what? If that were the case, it would have been 10 stories.
Well, a
But
KGB
she just
agent
kind
would
of
have came and
fell.
stabbed her in the chest on
Right.
top of the car.
Right.
They would have finished her.
But as soon as she hit the car, you had to wait a few seconds, but then you saw her hand starting to move. I'm like, she's alive.
Yeah.
She made it.
Barely.
I'm not buying it.
Right, the whole story
But she
shifted
lived.
gears.
Okay. Paul Nolan sitting right here to my left. He's got some news as well.
Mr. Nolan.
Mr. Nolan, how are you?
We have a handsome audience here tonight.
Yes, we do.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I'm
we
learning
do.
from KDJ. I met him the other night, had a beer with him, and he's talked me some tricks.
You met who last night? and had a beer with?
KDJ last Friday. We went out.
Oh,
And
really?
we saw his better half kill it on stage. Colazzo's in the house. Just going to give some props there.
Yes.
And he gave me some tips. Just start saying how handsome the audience is. And how smart they are.
Oh, that's when
And
you
how
have tips
terrific
to
they are.
try to grab
So you
on
guys
it.
are so terrific. I love you guys.
By the way, he tells us the same thing all the time. How smart, how good we look.
All right,
right?
very good for you.
Now we know.
All right, Paul's going to
Now we know.
Paul's going to have some news as well. Lots to get to on a
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
quite a historic Friday.
Yep.
And I guess there's many ways to kind of cut through this today, but I guess let's kind of start where we are at the most recent, as we all watched what happened just now. And well, maybe not. I think the place to start, because of course they're going to seize on it, is the behavior of the mainstream media today, which was, you can't hate them enough. Just when you think you can hate them enough, you can't hate them enough. The behavior of mainstream media today, the clips I saw, the way they set this up, the way they tried to take every single thing from Putin, the way he walked in, the way Trump greeted him, then they get in the beat. The things I heard today were mind-numbingly stupid from people who just looking for any reason to tear the country down, tear the president down, tear the day down, tear peace down. They don't give a damn about any of it. If it makes him look bad, that's all they wanted to report on. Some of it was so, you wanted to pull your hair out. It was really incredible. So that's number one takeaway of the day. But obviously the big takeaway of the day is what we just saw. Everybody's questioning why Vladimir Putin went first. It doesn't really surprise me at all, knowing Trump, because if you're Trump, and again, none of us really know exactly what happened behind closed doors, let's see how he frames it. Why not? I know we're on our soil. He's here. But why not let him go first? Let's see how he frames it. And what did he do? He went on this diatribe of nothing, really, for the first part of the speech, and then kind of, then he's claiming that we need to make sure that Ukraine's not going to, if there is some kind of a ceasefire, that they don't go back on it. Meanwhile, that's all he's ever done. Look at what he did in Syria. He went back on every ceasefire there was. So he's doing his KGB thing, obviously, and he's framing it the way he wants to frame it. And I thought Trump, the line that you take away is there's no deal till there's a deal. I think that's the takeaway line of the whole thing. I think the president, to me, looked frustrated. But I'm not so quick to say this whole thing was a failure just because there's no deal till there's a deal. I think the president's going to be very active over the next couple of weeks on the phone. I think he probably is already tonight. I think there's probably a lot of stuff that got done. But I don't think I don't think they got to where the president wanted to with an obviously no ceasefire, which I think is obviously the real predicate to set up the next meeting. But I'm not so quick to just say that this whole day is a failure, like everyone in the media will try to do, because I think there's a lot of stuff we don't know. I trust the president that he didn't feel like he wasted his time, because I felt if he thought he was wasting his time, he would have left.
Yeah, he would have waited 3 hours.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the fact that they took no questions, people will read into it what you will, but to me, it just means that, there's a lot of diplomacy going on. Things are obviously tougher than he probably thought they were going to be. and he's just not ready to open it up to a bunch of degenerates who want to just tear him down anyway. So why enable them? Given what they did in 2019, they tried to sabotage the whole thing. Why even give them the opportunity to ask any questions? So, Vin, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, a couple of things. First off, we have a president finally that's coherent, can walk, and actually talk a big game here. So we felt pretty good about him coming out. I thought, when they first met each other and so on, I was proud. He came out and
the semantics of what happened when he first got there are.
Come on.
I mean, that's like Coach. That's like a college football coach up 40 running the trick play to get another touchdown while he's up 40-3.
Yeah.
I mean, flying the B-2 bomber. I mean, that's like just saying, hey, just remember who you're dealing with.
And you got to love Trump because that's what he does.
So welcome to America.
And by the way, that's who we are. You don't want to brag about it, but we're the most powerful country in the
Hands
world,
down.
and that's who we are. So he wanted to make that statement. But I think overall, the silence to me is a little deafening in some ways because, one, what can they really say? They haven't, run this by Zelensky yet. I think their position is, look, we made some progress here. Let's not talk about it. We need to talk to Zelensky. We need to talk to NATO. We need to do these things properly. Please don't. And I think that's why Trump said, Vladimir, you go first. Say what you want to say. I'm not going to say anything about this. We're going to back channel until we actually have something. It's worth not having praise or maybe getting hammered a little bit by the lamestream media until then. So I feel like this is a very calculated move, and I think I don't take it as a super negative. I take it as this is very unusual.
It's very delicate.
Yeah, it's unusual that Trump wouldn't speak out. It's very delicate, and it shows to me the seriousness of what they might likely have accomplished in there, that they don't want to damage any of it by saying anything until others are on board. So I'm not a negative Nelly on this one. I kind of go with the president and the way he's couched it.
Delgado?
Yeah, I think, you know what? When you talk about the way the whole thing started, when they both land, he comes out onto the tarmac, and they're both on the carpet, and Putin walks up to him for the first time, and you see Trump throw the hand underneath like he likes to do because that's his move, right?
Yes.
Grabs the hand, and then he pulls you in, right? Which is what he did right there on the tarmac. Establishes his dominance. It's like, all right, now we're going to walk. Check out all my stuff. Right? He's walking around like Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder.
Pat him on the head,
Right?
like Laurel and Hardy.
Right. He's like Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. Like, come on, playa. You want some of this? You want some of this money? Look at this.
Do
you
the
want
dance,
a G5?
baby. Do the dance.
Exactly. And he's doing the whole thing, mentally. Right. Exactly. And I think that. The way that started was like, wow, he's really sending a statement. Then, like Damon said, he has the B-2 stealth bomber flyover with some of the other Gen 5 jets. That's another statement.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That could come to your house. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Wow.
I know your address.
Capital near you.
Yeah. So I love the way it started. I'm not going to read too much into it, other than, you know what, like you said, there's a lot of moving parts here. I think, especially because Putin showed up with 500 people.
Well, I have a few different takeaways.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to those takeaways of Paul Nolan and Slick with Sports all when we get back live from Studio 6B at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night.
Great job, everybody. See, you're on TV now. You did a great job.
Boy, I had a wonderful day. I didn't get to say my niece, my wife's goddaughter, had her first baby.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I am now a grunkle,
All right.
great uncle, and I just couldn't be happier for these two kids who were
That's
married.
awesome.
And they are diehard Republicans. He's a pilot, no less, and flies helicopters. And
Nice.
man, it's just Great family. Great family.
We're
Taylor,
not doing
God
it this
bless you.
break, but if anybody wants to talk to Vin's going to be doing some interviews since Kevin Downey Jr. is not here tonight. So if you want to talk to Vin after the next break, I don't know who we can talk to. Teresa, maybe you could do it, or someone who's around. If you want to talk to Vin, maybe just raise your hand and we'll get to you. We've got. What do we got? 5 or 6 breaks coming up, so we can do 5 or 6 people between now and the end of the show. If you want to talk to Vin,
Definitely.
coming out of commercials, we'll do one here.
Yeah, talk to me. I get very lonely between the breaks. Very lonely. You know, I need someone to talk to.
So we'll
I
do
need
our
some
first
therapy.
one after this segment.
And we're live in the chat as well. Chat.
Chat.
Hey, bud, I got a minute.
On a Friday night. Who's in there? Bill Wright, 1776. Drake, 99. Insider myself doing a little dance. Constitutional Hawk. Panama Tom. Is anybody in the audience that you guys watch on like a TV platform or one of the streaming
I
socials?
just don't know I don't know what the capabilities
You-
is there.
YouTube?
Can't do that.
Oh, Truth? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. I did not know that we were on there now. Okay.
You got it.
All right.
Damon, she's trying to bring it in.
Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah.
From the Babylon Bee, this just in.
Huh?
Trump.
Who's that, Brian?
What?
We doing sports here right now?
We got time.
Yeah. We'll
We got time.
we may. Yeah. Let's just
skip it.
stick. We'll just stick to what we do until this.
Get squared away.
Curveball. We get a curveball.
Delgado.
Ooh, I got feedback.
Just in from the Babylon Bee.
Yes.
Trump negotiates Russian ceasefire by giving Putin California.
Nice.
That's a good deal.
They keep knocking.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. Ron Conkelman, New York, on Real America's Voice, all across the country on your televisions, and of course 103.9 LI News Radio on your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island, where we are located. Glad to have you all in on a Friday night. Room full of Patriots here at the America First
oh,
Warehouse.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And they are fired up. A lot of news today. We're talking about, obviously, what we all just watched, a historic day. The President of the United States, representing the country like only he can, flies to Alaska to meet with Vladimir Putin to seek peace in the Russian-Ukraine war. And we did see President Putin to say, you know, the president talks about the fact that if he was president, this wouldn't happen. And he said, I can somewhat concur with that that's probably the truth. But I'm just, you know, watching President Trump today, watching the whole semantics of it and the way he set it up with the F-22s and then the flyover and putting him in the beast and just looking like he's in total control, which of course he is. It just reminds me of how lucky we are to live in this moment with him representing the country. When you think about,
Without a doubt.
when you think about what could have been going on right now, which number one would have been probably Russia going through all of Ukraine and into the Baltics, if it was still a President Biden or God help us, a President Harris. But even if he hadn't done that and we were still in the same situation, could you imagine either one of them, one who thought saying to world leaders don't was going to be effective, and the other one who can't put a subject and a predicate even together to complete a sentence without saying the passage of time or some stupid
Right.
crap.
So to be unburdened.
Unburdened by what has been. Could you imagine either one of them being in the spotlight on a day like today? So those are the things I think about when I see President Trump today. And again, I don't think he got the outcome he wanted. But I think there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think there was a lot of careful language that I heard at that press conference. I think there was a reason they didn't take any questions. Number one, why give the fake news any opportunity to even be involved? They're idiotic gotcha questions. Nobody's interested in that anyway. So I'm not so quick to say the whole thing is a failure, like I said. Paul, you said you had a couple different takes than all of us so far. What's your take?
Well, the first thing you asked about was the speaking first. For me, in business, I want my opponent, for the lack of better words, my adversary, to speak the most.
Yeah, show their hand.
The
Yep.
more they speak, the better it is for me.
That's a great point.
So first things foremost, that's him to a T. Also, you also addressed another point. Could you imagine Biden or even Clinton, who is absolutely everything's for sale with any one of them, or Obama, or Kamala would have taken the meeting to the back seat of the pickup truck. Could you?
Let's unburden what has been, please.
Yeah.
So, and Biden obviously would be just completely useless.
Right.
For me, this meeting, I see things a little differently. I see, again, all of this is all part of a global strategic banking war. Russia is not in the IMF, BIS, international banking scheme of central bankers who control this world, who control our media. The Ukraine is the piggy bank for the Democratic Party and all their corruption, their child trafficking, their bioweapon labs, their secret facilities to kill and launch bombs. The encroachment on NATO, I still think was, you want to pick a fight with a psychopath? Well, do that.
Right.
So there's a lot to unpack there and not enough time. The media is so corrupt, they need the Democratic globalist war machine / banking machine, globalist one world government machine needs that war to continue to funnel their money, because Trump has been very clear about killing USAID and so many other scams that fund these rent-a riots, these BS narratives, the endless and pervasive mind screw that we're constantly living under in this party. So I think this is, right now, it's really Trump and Putin know they're negotiating together in their own best interest, completely adversarial, but understanding that globalism, one world government, is at stake on the other side. There's more than two players in this thing. And I personally believe that they know that Zelensky's not making a call on any of this stuff. UN, all these centralized powers on the global scale are going to tell him exactly what to do.
Yeah. And I was going to say, Paul, in terms of all those different aspects of what they were talking about, that's, when we heard that, Putin showed up with like 500 people, that says something. That says, look, not only are we interested in stopping this part, but we want to stop you guys from killing us financially, because they already took out their biggest, one of their biggest customers in India from buying their oil. That hurts them. The more we produce energy, the weaker they become,
100%.
because they are a big energy producer. That's probably their biggest export.
Without a doubt.
So that's another aspect of it. Plus, again, I make the joke, it's the Les Grossman thing, but that's what Trump is. He's got the goodie store. What do you want? Because we can make deals and we can make things happen, you guys got to do this.
You have potash, you have agriculture, you have everything our consumers can devour.
Right.
There's no question about it. In my opinion, is Trump wants them in NATO as well at this point. And we know Putin is asked to be in NATO, 30-something times he's requested to be part of this alliance, but they need their boogeyman. I don't think the narrative is what we see on TV. I think we get mind screwed all day, every day, from Fox News and CNN and everything in between. So
I think at the end of the day, I think you nailed it. The key to this whole meeting, I believe, is economics.
Yeah.
And Trump alluded to that a couple of times early, because they had economic advisors come with them, and we did too. We had some of our guys that are talking about that. But economics are everything. Putin's a greedy, guy. He's going to want to make money, but his country's, in real trouble financially.
Yeah.
Well,
so they need to make deals.
Greedy, what's greedy? It's always the other guy who's greedy.
Yes,
True.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
Very Milton Friedmanish.
I don't want to do the accents. I don't want to be called.
The other thing, to Paul's point, also explains a lot of what we saw on television today, these performative meltdowns that we saw from Nicole Wallace and others. And specifically, I go back to people like I hear John Bolton saying that Trump is giving gifts to Putin. Yeah. When you're a neocon warmonger like him, the last thing anybody like that wants is face-to-face bilateral meetings, because they know in the long run that will lead at some point to some long-lasting peace, which goes against everything they want to do in the world.
Yeah, it's Raytheon stock.
Right. Yeah. So guys like that, it's a gift to Putin to do it in Alaska. Really? Okay. I mean, you're not going to be president, pal. Shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, just really.
And what do they know? Like, what have they really accomplished? Nothing. This guy, of all the great things about Donald Trump, one of the things I love about him the most is, I don't care what you did. what you tried to do, what you didn't do. I'm doing it my way. We're going to do it here. We're going to Alaska.
Well, not
Okay?
only that.
End of story.
That's like the definition of insanity. Hey, let's get the guys who have been screwing it up for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Let's give them another
Yeah.
chance to screw it up again.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. You guys have had your shot. Shave your stupid mustache. Get out of the way. And we're going to do it my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and isn't it a little bit of evidence that also is a little safer in Alaska in terms of false flags? And let's be honest, I mean, how many attempts on Trump's life that we know of?
Right.
So Putin as well. So
Speaking of that, though.
think about it. That's a.
Well,
really
did you
nice
hear him at the
isolation.
you hear him at the end when he says Trump says to him, we'll speak again soon. He says next time in Moscow.
Yeah.
Trump says
I was
well,
I was really surprised that the what do you call it? The Russians let him get into that limo.
Alone.
There's no way Trump would have gotten into Vladimir
I would
Putin's
love
limo
to see the
without
security teams
without the
get
Secret
over.
Service all over it.
Yeah.
So that was a very, very surprising moment when he just got right into the car. It's like, wow, they're on a date. He's taking him out. He's like, look, I brought you a limo. Come on, you're going to give me some.
That's the conversation,
You know,
though.
it's a power play when Trump puts a course
You bring any Stoli?
right on Putin's chest.
Putin's hanging out of the sunroof.
Vladdy! Come on, Vladdy!
all right, live from Studio 6B. More to
raining
do with
men.
the America First Warehouse on a Friday night. We're back right after this.
All right, chat. We are live in the chat at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night.
Aaron, where are we going on the interview thing here into
Man,
commercial?
You guys are good at this. We might hire
Where are we
you.
doing this? Do we? No. Do we? Oh, just anywhere? Okay. So do we have somebody? Yep. I thought you said to me in your headset you were trying to bring it in. I thought that's what we were talking about. Oh, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that on the. I saw it up on the screen.
I'll text you.
Delgado,
yes.
I got some conspiracy tinfoil hat stuff here.
Okay, I told him to talk. I told him to have Harry call you guys to see if we could do it. I said I didn't know if we could do it. They're doing something in the studio there that he wanted me to bring in.
How much time we got? All right.
Aaron, do you like where Vin's set up?
Don't try and kiss him, Vin. And just say no when he says, "Can you want to see my scar?" Is that going to be your new pickup line? You want to see my scar?
Aaron, are you good with this shot? can't. This headset is just.
No, it's
Chat live in the chat. Let's see who's out there.
Bad. I can't hear her when she talks.
Everything's bad. It's bad here.
Mr. AZ Mikey's
Very
in the
bad.
chat. Moon.
Going like, what are you guys doing? And you talk about it and you bring everybody in and
All right, Vinny Mac here, back live from Studio 6B at America First Warehouse. We're steaming clams in the back in honor of Kevin Downey Jr., who's not here tonight. So we're hoping there's some for everybody. You know, I had hernia surgery Tuesday.
Oh, here
We had no idea. We did not
You
know
want to see
that.
Mike's scar? No, he doesn't want to see it. Well, I gotta. He's running for Congress. You're gonna have to do stuff like this, okay?
Looking scars.
Jonathan Dearos, is I pronounce that
There's
right?
plenty of them.
You are running for Congress in the great state of Connecticut, which needs Republicans and MAGAs like yourself.
District 5.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is Jonathan Dearos. I was born and raised in the city of Waterbury, Connecticut. That's the same city as my opponent, Jahana Hayes. I know her extremely well, and I know she's running around with a diaper on because I'm her first real competition. My district, my Cook Partisan Index rating for my district is a D+3. I got the least amount of Democrats in all of New England, and I'm gonna flip the 5th district, and I'm gonna toss her out the seat, and then after that, we're gonna have a domino effect. We're gonna flip the whole CT red.
I love that. So it's a different type of diaper than Joe Biden's wearing, I think.
Well, it depends.
That's right. Hey, everybody, check out his stuff. Where can they read about you?
TheBarrelsForCongress.org. And I want to teach everybody around the country that's watching this, my chairman of my state party is a rhino. I'm not getting no help. I'm self-funded, and I'm coming to get that PAC money to bring it back to my district, and I'm going to flip this district without the rhinos.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. You know what we do with rhinos here? We give them to Delgado. We beats them up in the back room. So, Rick, are you ready for that? It's awesome to meet you, man. Back to you, Big D.
All right, Vinny Mac, very good. Oh, man, my home state, by the way. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, very good.
Big D's home state.
You know what? Maybe since you're a celebrity now, Damon, maybe you should go back up to. Yeah, I know. I'm laughing. I can't believe I said that with a straight face.
Yeah, I
Can't either.
can't believe you did either.
You should go up and campaign with him.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's my own stomping grounds up there.
There you go.
Why not?
Born right outside of Hartford.
What is that? The Nutmeg State?
It's the delusional state nowadays.
Definitely nuts.
They're nuts, all right.
They're nuts, all right.
It's nuts, all right. The insurance state, I think is what it should be called.
I love Connecticut, man, but we need people like Jonathan.
I love
We need
Connecticut.
more people like
Well,
Jonathan.
we need a lot of them.
Yeah, we need a lot.
Because I'll tell you, it's
cool.
you know, I don't know. Even going back to Lowell Weicker back in the day when he was the governor, and then you had a couple others who were at least not completely off the reservation, like what Ned Lamont and what they've been used to up there in the last 5, 10, 20 years, whatever it's been. When I grew up there in the 90s, it was not nearly as well. I mean, and I guess that goes for the whole Democrat Party in a lot of these cities. They weren't nearly as far off the reservation as they are now. But yeah, the state's, it's not even, it is a decidedly blue wackadoo state. Most parts of Connecticut. Unlike Long Island, and we had this conversation the other night, people think, oh, you guys are in New York, it's no better. Well, it is better.
Much better.
It's way different. In Suffolk County, Long Island, this is Trump country. This is red as far as the eye can see.
You know, Nassau's pretty red too.
And Bruce Blakeman and Nassau are doing a fantastic job as well.
Bruce is great.
It's like an
Blakeman's
oasis.
a rock star.
Yeah.
Rock star.
Totally.
All right, let's we're gonna actually do something we didn't plan to do, but I think it's that important. We're gonna go live now, if we can, Aaron. Let's try to go live down to our West Palm Beach studio.
Oh, is Vin there?
No, Vin is not there.
Not tonight.
Vin is here.
I'm in both places.
Our good friends Don and Donna from Cowboy Logic are there. Oh yeah, let's bring them in here. Don and Donna, there they are. Look at this.
And Dr. Gina.
And Dr. Gina's here with us. What's up, guys?
How's there as well?
How's everything going up there?
Hey Don, how are you? We gotta get that mic up there close to your mouth so we can hear you a little bit better. But tell me what you guys are doing.
All right, is that a little better for you?
Looks like
Well, we can hear you in the.
I feel like a liberal congressman doing a hit piece in which I'm doing nothing but talking points with the little mic. Hey, we've got some special stuff. Yeah.
Keep going. It's
All right, we've got some special stuff going on down here in West Palm Beach. We're going to give you a little tease. It's involving Dr. Gina. It's involving Donna. And let's show them what else it's involving, ladies. It's involving J6ers. We got so many J6ers in the house here. We've got J6ers from all over the country. It's a very special thing that's going on, and we can't tell you everything about it. As a matter of fact, we can't tell you anything about it, but we're going to tell you mice nuts about it. We got J6ers. We've got J6ers from all over the place here. We've got J6ers out here. We've got J6ers out here, guys. Look at all the J, and this is a very special J6er. This is Ashley Babbitt's mother, Mickey Whithoff. She's here with us. Give me some sugar. Yeah, baby. Yeah. But we've spent all day today and all day tomorrow preparing something extremely special. And I keep saying that because this is the single largest gathering of J6ers since January 6th.
Wow.
And I'm going to turn it over to the better looking half of this production here to tell you more about that.
Well, first I want to say, at the warehouse tonight, Dr. Gina is working overtime. Because what time do you get in the morning?
You know what? Listen, this whole crew that's here right now, they behind the camera and in the control room, they've all been here since 5 o'clock.
Absolutely.
No tax on overtime.
No tax on overtime, no tax on tips, the whole 9 yards. Hopefully no Social Security soon. But here's the thing. The whole thing really is the fact that I didn't even realize that you, Dr. Gina, were also there on January 6th. And she was like, no, I don't want to be part of this. No, Dr. Gina needed to be part of this. She was, again, a target of the feds, and she has her own story to tell. And that's exactly, everybody here is going to be telling their own story about what happened on January 6th, including our own Dr. Gina, and Rav is behind it, and we do appreciate so much what is going on here. And we'll be here all weekend, and we are taping things to use for this very special J6 event that we're putting on. And I actually, if you could go down here. I want to show Slick Rick. Eat your heart out.
Slick Rick.
Oh, come on.
These are Fiducia boots, Slick Rick.
I know.
That's pretty bad. Hey, listen, before we let you guys go, nobody knows what I'm about to do, so all you J6ers pay attention here. There are two very special words that our beloved J6ers would shout every time they sang the national anthem at 9 p.m. Eastern from the D.C. jail. And I want to do this for the crew still there. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the count of three, I want you to bend and change the shape of this room with still there, and then go into your typical USA for all of those up in the warehouse up there that are watching live from Studio 6B on one. No, let's do it on three. 1, 2, 3.
Still there! USA! 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 USA!
There you go, guys.
Thank you guys. Love you, Joe the Box. Love you guys at 6B. Woo!
And we need restitution and legislation so that this never happens again. Right, Lego Man?
That's right. I think a really good amelioration for what we went through would be something to the effect of the Political Prisoners Act, where forever the First Amendment will never be disrespected the way that it was on behalf of the January 6ers.
Yep.
Let's start talking about that, the Political Prisoners Act, so we can be the last political prisoners America ever has to suffer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. Love you guys. Keep it up.
That's awesome, man. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Love Dr. Gina, too, man. She's great. I get to see her once in a while when I'm out there. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Live from our West Palm studio. Why is it that Don and Donna both look so much better in their hats than I look in mine? What the hell? Yeah. Right? It's kind of aggravating.
They have normal-sized hats.
They have human-sized skulls.
Yeah, I like that red hat
That's
too.
a good point, Paul.
That's a nice red hat. I like that color.
That,
It's a
but,
nice one.
We should say something about Rav, though, about this, because Rav is about the truth, number one, okay, and liberty in the
Don
American
and Donna,
way.
by the way, have been on this more than almost anybody in the country on January 6th. It's been their life's mission. Since it happened, they have talked about it. They have interviewed. They have backed these people. They have supported these people. They have stuck with these people more than almost anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is amazing, but I love the fact that Rav is putting a focus on these Jan 6ers, they have him in the studio now to do stuff, and it's funny because it's not the biggest group in the world, but they probably are one of our most important groups that we have to support as a country, especially as MAGA and as conservatives. These people were screwed royally.
And we've had some great ones come here, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have one on the show.
Screwed is an understatement.
Yeah, and I love the fact that the gentleman at the end there mentioning that Political Prisoners Act. I think that's huge. I think that could be a great thing.
Yeah,
that should be pushed, and everybody should be talking about. And the way that Slick was looking at Dr. Gina's shoes as opposed to the boots. I saw you looking.
That was Donna's shoes. Yeah.
No. He was looking at Dr. Gina's shoes.
I think you were looking
the
at
open
them.
toes.
Another round of drinks, please, for Delgado.
Yes.
Matt,
more bourbon, please.
I hate to inform all of them because I love Dr. Gina and Donna, but they don't touch Slick. No one touches Slick.
No,
when
they
it comes
don't.
To,
especially not with those shoes you had last Friday.
Oh, those were nice.
Mel DeMarcos is a close second.
yeah, maybe. So. Well, that was great stuff, and it was spur of the moment. Thanks to Aaron and Fran for doing a great job of getting that all put together on the fly. But we wanted to talk to Don and Donna while they were down there. And like you said, Vin, Rav is continuing to put together great content in support of this to try to get the truth out. And we all know we haven't really scratched the surface of what the truth really is, most likely when it comes to that day.
100%.
You know, based on the narrative and the lies of how ridiculous they are, that there is a wealth of information below that happened here. It's going to come out, though. I've got total faith in Cash and everyone else and what they're doing there. They're going to find this. I think this is one of the most important issues we have. Our own people were imprisoned.
That's crazy.
For peacefully protesting. Okay, the other stuff, it's nonsense. The only person killed was this young woman who was shot. These were protesters. You're allowed to protest here. They weren't paid protesters, by the way. Something I'm going to be talking about when they come back to me. But all these paid protesters, they're not natural. They're not real.
There was a great deal of evidence there were paid protesters. Antifa dressed as MAGA.
Well, yes.
Creating a riot,
on the other side,
over the top people. There's a lot of evidence.
Not patriots, but the people that wanted to make this look bad, of course.
That's going to come out. We already heard there was more than 25 FBI human.
I thought there was
sources.
well over 100.
There were well over 100, but they're claiming only 25 were FBI that they know of. But you're talking about all the other intel agencies that sent people over and be like, we'll send this guy. There's going to be probably hundreds that we're going to find out.
Yeah, I would say it's more than that too. I would say it's close to 1,000.
All right. Live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, live at the America First Warehouse. We'll get it on track, do some news, do some sports, get into the show when we get back right after this. All right, who's going to talk to Vin? We got somebody to talk to Vin? Vin? Do you have a guest? You do? Okay.
Sure, yeah. Dave, right?
Dave, yeah.
How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Come on over here, Shirley.
Okay.
All right, you can go there. Shirley, you're kidding. I had to work that in.
That's okay. You're everybody.
Shirley, you're kidding.
Put that on the Under Hills tab.
Are we coming to me first, or
Mr. Underhill is left, sir. That's all right. He'll be back. He's went for his colonoscopy.
I missed it.
Do I have makeup?
You're looking good.
Hey, Rick.
He'll make it look good.
Did you see what Trump did with the
Anything on your mind?
deregulating space competitiveness?
Auto pen thing?
I'm just curious your take on it.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna send you a link to it right now.
Sure.
All right, we'll be mellow with you. We'll lean on
Just
you.
want to glance over it quick.
It's confusing sometimes.
I see you guys are guided.
Sometimes they're talking to you.
I was watching your face when the glitches were happening. I was just waiting for a smart ass comment from you, dude. I saw you giving Damon the stink eye. I was waiting.
I just told him it was terrible.
I was just waiting to see. I wanted to hear you. I knew you were gonna say something funny. I was just waiting. Like,
I didn't want to kill their that
Mics
connection.
are open. You know that, right?
Yeah, I started the show with Damon in 2015. Okay. I
you
took a little
probably
hiatus for a couple of years and came back, I think, about a year ago.
Yeah.
oh, sorry about that. That's my fault.
Coming back.
Yeah.
I saw you
I
being
love
funny.
Business got in the way.
Yeah.
That's on me. I can take it.
News entertainment.
All right, welcome back. The America's First Warehouse, live from Studio 6B. I'm Vinnie Mac. We have some special guests with us from Michigan. We have Shirley and Dave.
Glad to be here.
Or Dave and Shirley. They've got an album coming out next year. I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah. I love all your songs. First, let me say hi to Shirley, because Shirley's a little shy, and she's got a beautiful sweater on. Look at this patriotic sweater. They embrace that in Michigan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. You know, we're from Wayne County. And so we've got Rashida Tlaib, and we've got, you know, all
Sorry to hear
stuff
that.
going on there, and fighting hard, trying to flip things around with Detroit.
Wow. Cuckoo. We need Jonathan in there. Jonathan, you got to come in here and take some control over that. Dave, what's on your mind?
Well, right now, the biggest thing for me right now as I watch all the political stuff going on, I'd just like to have somebody get to the bottom of the auto pen. I know Comer's doing stuff, but I don't know if he's really working it. But they've got to get to the answer to this auto pen, and I think a lot of this stuff will unfold.
Yeah, I agree with you. The auto pen thing is one of the most incredible scandals I think we've ever seen, because we know other people were making decisions on behalf of our government, our people, and the country, and they made really bad decisions. Well, we hope so. What's going on in Michigan regarding the whole MAGA movement and everything? What are you seeing?
Well, in our area, Wayne County pulled through Trump this time. Wayne's been a bad area it's loaded by Democrats, and it's always something's fixed. But this time, our little group of Wayne County, the Wayne 12th group, is all the delegates and everything pulled together. We did a lot of door knocking, a lot of signs, passing out that kind of stuff, and it really made a dent in the Democratic Party, and that's why Trump won.
We had a great ground game this year. Yeah. Well, we thank you for coming all the way from Michigan here, and we'll look out for your album. Sung folk songs. Yeah, it's coming. Okay.
I'll release it like, a couple days.
Back to you, Big D.
All right, Vinnie Mac. Very good. As long as Vin wasn't on the album singing, we will look forward to it.
Goodness.
Look forward to the albums.
He was playing the piano.
11 minutes till the top of the hour. Man, the hour's going fast. We've been doing so much stuff here. Let's get into the show. Let's do a little what we normally do, and we'll start with sports.
There we go.
Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use if you want to shop at MyPillow. Use code LFS6B at checkout. Slickster, what's going on?
All right, BD, let's get to the scoreboard. BMW Championship Men's Golf Round 2 play complete, and Robert McIntyre continues to lead at 14 under for 2 days. But your man, Scotty Scheffler, he's in second place. He's 9 under 2-day total, so he's coming up big D. Little League World Series is in action, right? South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Right, earlier today, Vancouver, Canada, fell to Barquisimeto, Venezuela, 4-0. And Honolulu, Hawaii, right now leading Fairfield, Connecticut, 1-0 in the top of the fifth. So those are the little guys. We'll be tracking them. Also, Las Vegas, Nevada defeated Bonnie Lake, Washington 5-3, and Santa Cruz, Aruba. I like to go to Aruba. Beat Eurasian Panama 8-2 as well. Those are finals. So again, we'll be tracking the Little League World Series. We know a lot of the fans that watch the show would love the Little League World Series, and I got a story coming up about that as well. Major League Baseball, good one. Milwaukee Brewers, who they said in the chat the other night, Big D, right? I wasn't giving them enough love. Well, this team is a hot team. They've won 12 in a row. They're the best team in baseball. They're the only team at over 600 percentage for the season. They're 13 games in first right now, and they look really, really good. They're playing my Cincinnati Reds, who are right there at a wild card spot. 8-8 is the score in the top of the sixth in Cincinnati Great American Ballpark. So that's a good series this weekend, especially for the Reds if they can gain some ground. But Milwaukee, the best team in baseball, hands down. And Phillies 6-2 over the Nationals, bottom of the seventh. Top six, the Rangers over the Blue Jays 3-0. Braves 1-0 over the Guardians, top of the seventh. Red Sox and Marlins tied at 1 up in Fenway, top of the seventh there. Bottom six, Mets 6-5 over the Mariners. Frank the Tank needs a win in Citi Field tonight, Big D. Well, he's going to have a coroner. There's no question about it.
He's already tweeted that the game is unwinnable.
It's got to be a typo. The Mets are winning.
If you know Frank the Tank, yeah, Frank the Tank is incredible. We got the Orioles and Astros, no score there, bottom third. Mid-third, Royals 1-0 over the White Sox. Tigers 1-0 over the Twins, top of the first. Bottom second, Yankees, they're the Yankees, leading the St. Louis Cardinals 3-0 in St. Louis, bottom of the second. Bottom first, no score, Diamondbacks and Rockies. Pirates over the Cubs earlier today, 3-2. Angels taking on the A's, Padres at the Dodgers, and Rays the Giants. All those games coming up between 10:05 and 10:15. First pitch out west. Just want to get to one quick story, Big D, regarding the Little League World Series. And this is a memo to you, too, as well. Little League condemns those betting on its World Series games. This is Dylan Quinn and Breitbart. Little League Baseball is letting sports gamblers know.
I didn't bet on it.
Well, not yet. It's early.
Yeah.
When it heats up, you'll be betting. But they're letting sports gamblers know that a game played by children is no place for high-stakes wagering. In a statement released on Thursday, the nonprofit organization, remember, they're nonprofits, come on, running the World Series tournament.
Everyone's getting rich. It's nonprofit.
Yeah. You ever buy a baseball uniform these days? You can buy a Mercedes for that. While Little League International continues to monitor the complexity and ever-evolving world of sports betting, we know that, we feel strongly that there is no place for betting on Little League games or any youth sports competition, the statement read. Little League is a trusted place.
Actually, there is a place you can go online and bet on that.
Yeah.
What are you
It's
kidding?
like betanything.com.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get to them because they mentioned a couple on here.
Degenerate.com.
Exactly. But Little League is a trusted place where children are learning fundamentals of the games and all the important life lessons that come with having fun, celebrating teamwork, and playing with integrity. They don't need a guy with a stogie out left field saying, "Hey, kid, I'll give you a piece if you hit a home run in the third." So you got to watch out. But many gamblers use offshore sports books, Rick, to your point, to wager on events not usually covered by other sports books, or if they live in states that prohibit gambling, Big D. So don't be taking any action on the Little League World Series. Not yet.
It's still too early.
Exactly.
Give me the 4-year-old minus a run and a half.
I got inside info. Venezuela's got a 22-year-old, 12-year-old.
Exactly. Well, identifies as a male for a change. That's a wrap in sports, guys. Back to you.
All right, Slick, very good. 5 minutes till the hour. Let's do some headlines here before we wrap hour one, and we'll come back and do a lot of news in hour two. Rick Delgado's got the headlines, brought to you by our friends at EternalLifeCoin.com. EternalLifeCoin.com. Rick Delgado, what's going on?
All right, David. Well, these are the greatest headlines in the world, right? Unfortunately, I'm not going to start with the story I wanted to start with, which is the we don't want to go to jail news. That is going to have to wait till the next hour. This is breaking news. Deep state media is melting down with their interpretation of what happened between Trump and Putin. Check this out from CNN. They're reporting that Trump was angry at Putin after the meeting. Meanwhile, the video shows the two of the leaders laughing and shaking hands. Then we jump over to Fox News, believe it or not. Fox News says Trump's meeting with Putin was very unusual, not good, and that Putin steamrolled Trump.
Oh, boy.
That's from Fox News.
Here we go. Controlled opposition.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, we can't leave out MSNBC's own Nicole Wallace, as she agrees that she was even more prepared for the meeting with Vladimir Putin than Trump was. Yes. Nicole Wallace. Alicia Menendez also says it's possible that they were all more prepared to meet with Putin than Trump was. Of course, they're downplaying anything that went on in Alaska between the two leaders because I guess they didn't get any good talking points, so they got to make them up for themselves.
Yeah, they're biased, they're ignorant, and most of them are both.
How the hell do they know?
They
Anything.
don't. See, that's the problem. They got shut out. He didn't take questions. They weren't allowed to do anything. They couldn't create a narrative from it. So they're just making something up.
Yeah, I believe that they're all getting their talking points from their higher-ups.
Right.
I believe they're all getting their coordinated mockingbird nonsense just to try to create this stirring narrative. I don't believe a word the media says.
Yeah.
Not one word.
They're
other
fools.
than on Rav.
And I wouldn't be surprised because remember what Trump said? He said, if there's going to be another meeting, and it seems like there is, Zelensky's going to be involved, and he wants it to happen quick. I'd say 50% it happens over the weekend. Why not?
Why not?
Strike while the iron's hot, right?
For the media to sit there tonight and try to somehow make fun or downplay Trump's attempt to end Biden's war, is a joke. I mean, and again, I think the very delicate nature of this and the way that not only Putin spoke about how much the European leaders are going to be a big part of this, I think it's smart for Trump not to lay any cards on the table at that point. Go make your phone calls, go do what you got to do, and let's see where we are in 2 weeks.
That's right. This is the highest stakes poker. What? Yep.
All right, we'll do some more news. Hour 2, man. That's a quick hour 1 at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night. More to do. We'll do it when we get back right after this. So bad tonight.
Worst it's ever been.
Really?
It's terrible.
It's the worst it's
I'm
ever
not
been by
exaggerating.
far.
It's terrible.
The ears, they're so overmodulated. Every time you go to talk, it just disappears. Anytime the music plays, it all disappears because it can't even handle the noise. It's so long. It's so loud. Like I cannot hear anything you say. As soon as you click the mic to talk, it's just like I can barely hear you, or it's just totally gone because it's so overmodulated. It's just one big buzz.
One big buzz.
I mean, I hear you, but the hiss. Go ahead. Yeah. No, it's getting brighter. It's getting brighter and more tinny as whatever you're doing.
It sounds better now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
sounds better.
I don't know if it's a combination of when the music plays and then you try to talk or what, but every time you try to talk, it's just gone. I mean, it's good right now if this is what it sounded like. It just sounds like I have a short in this thing all the time. It just... Tonight is really bad.
GMA2 in the Rumble chat. Correct. The Mockingbird Communications could be monitored.
Mr. AC Mikey in the YouTube.
In the YouTubes.
Overcome, Damon. Stop bitching.
I'll bring us in, then I'll toss to you.
There was a super chat in there, Slick.
Now I've lost my head altogether. telling you, I'm telling you, there's a short in this thing. There's no doubt about it.
No, because it gets cut off in mine
like right
too.
now I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
It's totally gone.
So now we can, but then it cuts in and out.
So your pack's doing the same thing mine
Yeah,
is.
same exact thing.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm just going to take it off.
In the Twix chat, Manny C, Pitchfork 22, Cassie, Dave Syverson, put on a suit is in there.
Are you two gonna wave?
Vivian from Michigan. Hey, Michigan, we got Michigan in the house.
Yes, we do. Michigan.
Right over there.
Michigan loves the show. Michigan's a big state for
Ralph
the show.
Pisswilly? Really? Is that really your name, Ralph?
You gotta look.
If your television sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B.
All right, hour 2, live from Studio 6B at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night. Real America's Voice. All across the country on your televisions, 103.9 LI News Radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're listening, watching, wherever you are. Make sure you follow us on social media as well, at LFS6B, pretty much everywhere, and so other than Instagram, LFS6B Show. Slick Rick's here. He's doing sports. Vinnie Mac's going to do some news. Rick Delgado's got news. Paul Nolan's got news. We got a lot to get to here in hour 2. It's just flying by on a Friday night at the America First Warehouse. We got a great room of Patriots here.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. They're fired up. I see Joe the Box has entered the America First Warehouse. Joe the Box is in the house.
Look out. It's Flag Day again.
And speaking of Patriots, our own Vinnie Mac, who's going to do some news, has got another set of Patriots with him. Vinnie Mac, who you got?
Kevin Bill. I have the Mice Winkles. The Mice Winkles are here, ladies and gentlemen. They came all the way from Baltimore, I believe, right? Beautiful place, but they're originally from Long Island. Oh. And one of the special things is Beverly is a very fine chocolate chef, right? And she left some goodies that Damon is going to be collapsing shortly of a sugar rush. You should have seen him in the back room, just inhaling one at a time.
That's a vicious lie.
And they're in his pockets.
No, they're not.
Right now.
You lying.
Yeah, Beverly.
Go
really
put your
did a
hairpiece back on.
He walked out of that room and he said, "Forget the pizza. I'm with Beverly. This is what I'm doing."
Oh, man. Coconut, graham, wafer, chocolate, something or other.
Oh, that had caramel in it.
How
Yeah,
about those
amazing.
Ritz crackers with the peanut butter?
my.
Oh, man.
All right, Bill, I know you got something on your mind besides crab cakes, which are famous in Baltimore, right? We like crab cakes, like crab dip. We talked about the crab stuff already, right? Yeah, that's good. Let's continue on the crab
Keep your
dip.
personal life out of this.
There we go. Yes. Okay. So what's on your mind?
Well, Maryland's such a beautiful state, but it's just a shame that our politicians have really ruined it.
Yeah.
It's a blue state for years, and we have a governor that's posing himself to become the next president, I believe. He's being groomed for that. Wes Moore.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out for him. He is not genuine. My property taxes have gone up $1,000 since last year. So that's nice. Energy costs are way sky high. They have a program to, an Empower Maryland program, which is for green energy, but actually it's making the energy prices go up. And they're closing down power plants. I think they were made to leave one open now for a little while because of it's a crisis. We're running out of power, and there's going to be brownouts and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look no further when you see these politicians than the states that they run, like the guy from Illinois, who's another, terrible governor. What do you think about this?
Well, I think the whole thing for me is the crime, too. And the crime is really bad. We're in Baltimore County, and we are right by the city line, and the Mayor Scott, Brandon Scott, is horrible. He says crime is not bad, it's coming over to us, and we're getting ready to leave.
Hey, I remember those years where the riots were going on in Baltimore, the fires. They burned a beautiful historic district. The thing with the left that they keep doing is they keep lying about the crime figures. And cities like Baltimore states like Maryland wind up losing protection because of it. Well, thanks for speaking up, and we're going to watch out for your governor. Back to you, Big D.
Yeah, Vin, all right, thanks. And I think they're right on the money, by the way, on Wes Moore. I think Wes Moore, they're absolutely looking at him as a serious maybe vice presidential candidate if they go put him with Josh Shapiro. We actually talked about that duo on this show.
Yeah.
Quite a while ago. When you look at the Democrat bench for 28, it looks like a circus clown car show. But if you had to pick out a few that maybe could appeal, and they check the boxes for what they want, of course. He's black and who knows what. They'll find people who check the boxes. Would be Shapiro and Wes Moore, or some combination of Wes Moore maybe with somebody else. But I think they're absolutely right. He is definitely. They're going to look at him as another young, Obama. I don't know if he can speak like him, but they certainly will look at him. So, all right, let's do some headlines. Rick Delgado's got them, brought to you by Eternal Life Coin. Give me a couple more, Delgado.
All right. Well, since you asked for it, you've got it, Damon. The We Don't Want to Go to Jail news, we're going to call this segment because, well, there's a few Democrats that are now very nervous about what's been exposed the last couple of weeks, and they don't want to go to jail. Who am I talking about? Well, Hillary Clinton, as a matter of fact. This is coming from Just the News. John Solomon, the great John Solomon's Just the News. Hillary Clinton says she would nominate Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. What's the catch?
If he ends the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't believe me. I'm just a caveman compared to Hillary. Hear it from her for yourself. Here she is, cut number 6. Hillary Clinton really wants to stay out of jail, cut 6.
To make it clear, there must be a ceasefire. There will be no exchange of territory. And that over a period of time, Putin should be actually withdrawing from the territory he seized in order to demonstrate good faith efforts, let us say, not to threaten European security. If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, there it is. That was a delayed drop.
Did she mention a donation to the Clinton Foundation as part of the criteria for that? I think that's something we should be talking about.
Please don't look into Haiti.
Yeah, please.
Also jumping on the I'll nominate Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize bandwagon is the one and only John Brennan, who is now following in Hillary Clinton's footsteps, believe it or not. He says Trump should be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. It's just amazing because, let's face it, John Brennan is the one, we're surprised he hasn't been arrested yet, but who knows? Could be because he might be in another country. We're not sure yet. But, just amazing stuff when you hear about these people that now all of a sudden they see what's coming down the tracks, and it looks like Joe the Box driving the train that's going to run them down.
A lot of hurt.
Yeah.
All right, very good. We'll do some more headlines with Rick Delgado. Let's get over to Vinnie Mac and see what's on his news radar this evening. Vinnie Mac, what's caught your attention?
Lots of things. I got lots of stories tonight, but I did want to mention that Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen DeGeneres are still living in Europe, and John Brennan is living with them.
And Jimmy Kimmel's on his way.
I like to bring that up every once in a while because I treasure the both of them. They're such positive influences on society. There was a time, and we touched on this, Paul, earlier. There was a time when if you had a grievance in this country, if something was bothering you, you could go out and speak out. You could protest a school. You can protest, anything. And we saw that in big numbers through the Vietnam War. We've seen that over the history of our country. That's what we're proud of. We can go do that. We can do that without,
the Tea Party.
Being right, we don't. You can do it without being arrested. You can just speak out and protest things. That's one of the great things about this country. And it's another one of those things that's been completely hijacked by the Democratic Party, and it's just another reason to question their authority in anything. There was a article out regarding Crowds on Demand CEO, who's talking about how they're just paying people to go out and do that. Now, we see this. We know this is happening. Mm-hmm. I guess the point I'm trying to make is there's a purity to protesting. And now every protest I see now, I just don't believe that they really care about the issue that they're protesting. And to me, it's frankly un-American. It's communism, essentially.
Yep.
These are the things that decay our country and take down the democracy and republic that we've built by enabling and allowing groups like Crowds on Demand. The CEO's bragging about how he's paying people and putting thousands of people in. We saw what happened in D.C. Trump goes out there, he tries to do some good things, and the latest weapon the left is using is a Subway sandwich. So I guess that's not too difficult to defend against. But the Subway sandwich guy says everything to me about what we call the deep state and what we're trying to unwind. Because this guy was a DOJ lawyer. He was out there prosecuting, offenses. And the rhetoric that he used in his arguments was so offensive and so woke and so everything that it just is a big slap in my face about the reality of how deep the state is and the reality of how we're cleansing the hell out of that and getting it out. And I point out this guy who threw the sandwich, and I point out Crowds on Demand, because these are just phonies. And people fall for this, like the news media, who wind up covering it and make it seem like there are thousands of people out outraged that Trump's trying to provide safety, when not one person actually feels this way.
Well, not the residents. Like, if you see some of the residents of D.C., they tell a completely different story. Meanwhile, when you look at the protesters, the paid protesters that show up with their lattes and their Fendi bags and stuff, they're not D.C. residents, and they've been pointed out by a lot of the residents in D.C., and I'm glad that they're doing it, and they got to continue to do it, because these people don't represent them. They don't live there. They don't care. They're just being paid a couple of $100 to show up and take a space.
It's not
That's
D.C.
about it. No.
It's dangerous in D.C. I mean, I spent a lot of time in D.C. walking those streets. It is not safe at all. I mean, anybody you hear correspondents, because they live there. You hear, people on CNN, MSNBC, they live there. They know exactly what's going on there. It is not safe. Chuck Schumer, coming out and lying like he normally does. So that's been bugging me. And I do have something very positive to point out. I think, Slick, you might have touched on the cheerleading, the male cheerleaders now in the NFL.
I had that story coming up. Yep.
You do have that story coming up.
Oh, Minnesota Vikings responded to the backlash about hiring male cheerleaders.
Really?
Only in Minnesota. Where else?
I happen to have an image of the latest male cheerleader for the Minnesota Vikings. If we can pump that up. Aaron?
Here we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Right. Who needs pom-poms when you have a tampon? Come on.
When you're feeling down and you're feeling low, you just want to cut to Big Tim.
You know what's crazy?
I got to be honest with you. I don't know if that's fake or real. Did he really pose like that?
You know what's crazy, Vin? He kind of looks like you.
Delgado.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
Delgado.
That's terrible.
You're my
I'm just
wingman. But I can't back you.
Who wants to start Delgado's car tonight?
What?
Delgado just asked me in the back of the green room. He said, "Vin, were you a former model?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I never modeled in my life, but thank you for saying that. I can't believe you said that.
I'm with Paul. I mean, I look at that and go, it could be.
I wasn't even kidding.
Could be real.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Well, things are looking up in the NFL when you got Tampon Tim as one of your cheerleaders. I think that's all good.
Just think about Vin's point, though. Right, Vin? This DOJ lawyer whips a hoagie at a cop.
Yeah.
Think about how brainwashed you are.
Think of how many of them there are that think like he thinks.
I mean,
that are in our government.
I saw the Battle on B say, DOJ lawyer throws 12-inch hoagie at cop, now goes to jail and gets a new 12-inch hoagie. Sign off. Bye, everybody. It's my last show.
Was that guy hurt who threw the hoagie?
I believe they tackled him.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
I think he got his hoagie right there.
I heard they took him to the Mayo Clinic. All right, live from Studio 6B.
Let us go to break.
All right, we'll do some more news with Paul Nolan. Get to sports. Back to Delgado when we get back right after this.
Yep.
Chat, live in the chat.
Come on, where you go? Oh, yeah, chat, man.
Everybody who was here for the first time tonight, Joe the Box is here. You got a bunch of first-timers, Joe, who haven't met you before.
You want to do?
Make sure you get the love from Joe the Box.
Joe the Box. Nobody liked him.
that? All right. All gonna do this. We'll sit right here. Yeah.
So as Joe makes his way around, let's jump in the chat. Damon, you got live reads here?
Mm-hmm.
How many? Dose? Drake 99. MAGA Patriot 63. Hassan Veva in the chat.
Where did Vin go?
Gma 2. Also, Don't Laugh at My Groin.
What's the name? Don't laugh. Wait, what?
Don't Laugh at My Groin. I think he's a member of the McGroin family.
I think he's pulling your leg in more ways than one.
Astro Test 2, Ordinary Pastor. Well, the McGroin family's from the Bongino show. So we might have some of them checking us out, which would be cool. Ordinary Passenger. Great Google Moogle.
Oh, Google Moogle.
Yeah, GWW9547 says Big D got jokes.
He does.
A little food humor. What a surprise, food. What?
Cold.
What'd I say?
Boy, he's really on you with
What?
the food and the snacking.
I don't know.
Him and Vin, they're really ganging up on you tonight.
I guess I'm next. Delgado's in a mood.
Don't you worry.
He's headhunting.
Well, I think last night really opened me back up. I've been kind of.
What happened last night?
Yeah, we'll be here.
I was making fun of Aaron.
You're laughing at that.
Are you making fun of me?
About the Jets.
That's enough.
All right, Aaron, reads and then throw to Vin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sound like the blues. Sound like the blues on a Friday night at the America First Warehouse. Let me talk to you about our friends over at Birch Gold. Is the continued divide between Trump and the Federal Reserve putting us behind the curve again? Well, can the Fed take the right action at the right time, or are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown? That's the big question. And the bigger question is, what does it mean for your savings? Well, you might want to consider diversifying with gold through our friends at the Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. And Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or an old 401k, you can convert that into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Or you can just buy some gold to keep in your safe. That sounds like a pretty good idea, too. Well, first thing to do, though, either way, is to get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free information kit on gold. All you have to do is text the word America, send it to the number 989898. That's right, just take out your mobile device, text the word America to 989898. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. That way, if the Fed can't stay ahead of the curve for the country, well, you can stay ahead of the curve for yourself. Text America to 989898. Well, you know, I realize there's many choices when it comes to who you choose for your cell phone service nowadays. There's a ton of people out there, and there's new ones seemingly popping up all the time. But here's the truth. There's only one that boldly stands in the gap for every American that believes in freedom and that it's worth fighting for, and that, of course, is our friends over at Patriot Mobile. For more than 12 years, well, there you go, Patriot Mobile getting a round of applause here in the live reads. More than 12 years, Patriot Mobile has been on the front lines fighting for our God-given rights and freedoms. while also providing exceptional nationwide cell phone service with access to all 3 of the main networks. Don't just take my word for it. Ask the hundreds of thousands of Americans who have made the switch and are now supporting causes that they believe in simply by joining Patriot Mobile. Switching is easier than ever. You can activate in minutes from the comfort of your own home. Keep your number, keep your phone, or you can upgrade. Patriot Mobile has an all-U.S. based support team. Let me say it again, an all-U.S. based support team that is standing by to take care of you. Call them right now, 972-PATRIOT, 972-PATRIOT, or you can go to patriotmobile.com/RAV, patriotmobile.com/RAV. You can use promo code RAV for a free month of service. Free month of service by using promo code RAV. That's patriotmobile.com/RAV, or call 972-PATRIOT and make the switch today. All right, live from Studio 6B. Speaking of Patriots, we got a room full of them here at the America First warehouse. And Vinnie Mac is somewhere in this warehouse with more Patriots. I have no idea where he is, but Vinnie Mac, wherever you are, who you got?
Oh, David, I think you're going to be thrilled with this because you know what sounds funny? I just can't stand the pain.
Yeah, we can't stand it either.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with Julie. Julie, everybody. Julie is with Soundview Pregnancy Services. I wanted to sit here at the piano because the piano brings emotion to the conversation, and what you do is a very important thing that a lot of us have emotion about, and that is, pregnancy. Yes. So tell us about what you're about there.
I work for Soundview Pregnancy Services. We are Long Island's only pregnancy medical center. We serve most of the boroughs of New York City, all of Nassau, and all of Suffolk County with all free and confidential services.
Yeah, no, that's great. Is there anything, let's give a hand for what she's doing. It's like one of the only places here on Long Island that does that, right? Yeah. Is there anything on your mind about the politics or what's going on in Long Island right now? What do you get any pushback on what's going on? I think you told me about something about Letitia James.
Yes. Soundview is one of 12 pregnancy medical centers in the state of New York that's being sued because we provide the abortion pill reversal, a very powerful way to give women a last-minute choice if they want to save and rescue their baby. And because we offer this, Letitia doesn't like choice, and she said we are misinforming women, we're harming women, and she's saying that we are trying to reverse an abortion that's already been done, which is ludicrous. There's no such way to do that. But we are being sued. We are being represented pro bono by the Thomas More Society, thank God. But if we don't get the victory, there could be penalties. They do want to put us out of business. And it's been, taxing and a tough road. So we would appreciate the prayer support and your donations.
Well, I say to Letitia James, I know it sounds funny, but you're going to be in a lot of pain. We're going to go after you. She's really the worst we've ever seen, huh? This woman.
Just like that song.
Yeah.
The next line is Vin's leaving the show tomorrow.
All right, back to you, Big D.
Well, no, Vin, maybe not back to me. While you're there, Vin.
Yeah, please.
Maybe your guest could actually hold the microphone.
Yeah.
And you could give us the full version of what you love to do, which is to sit at the piano and make us all torture listening to you. So would you like to actually give us the full version here tonight on a Friday night?
So, Damon, you don't want anybody to keep watching.
Let's see if we can just kill the whole audience.
He's giving us Benny and the Jets.
By the way, Sig just called. He said we're fired.
Again.
All right, very good. Vinnie Mac.
Thank you.
With another great guest here.
Oh, man, that was good.
Another great guest here at the America First Warehouse. And I don't know. I mean, Tish James, she might have some things to think about because I saw the eagle has landed in front of her supposed second home. Did you see that?
DOJ special attorney is in front of her home in New York City.
Yes.
Checking things out.
Ed Martin went to show up at Tish James's supposed second home. Looking like Columbo on the scene in his full-fledged Columbo jacket on.
Which is awesome.
I would think Tish may not sleep nearly as well tonight as maybe she did last night after she sees that picture. So, did you see it, Delgado?
Yeah, definitely saw that picture. And again, if you want to follow along with some of the great stuff, follow Sam E. Antar. he is all over Tish James about what she's been doing. He's the former, if you're from the New York tri-state area, you've heard of Crazy Eddie. He was the guy who was basically he started the store and kind of committed the fraud.
All right, let's get to Paul Nolan, see what's on his news radar. Mr. Nolan, what's caught your attention?
Well, there's a few things here. One, I just wanted a quick story that Trump, I don't know if you guys saw this today, the U.S. Transportation Secretary and acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy joined President Trump at the White House Wednesday for a historic executive order enabling competition in commercial space industry. People think the Department of Transportation is just planes, trains, and automobiles, but we have a critical role to play unlocking the final frontier by slashing red tape, tying up spaceport construction, streamlining launch licenses so they can occur at scale, and creating high-level space positions in government. We can unleash the next wave of innovation. Some of the things going on here, they will streamline the commercial licensing and permit approvals. They will cut unnecessary red tape to make it easier to build new spaceports in the U.S. where commercial space operations will be launched. They promote new space activities like space manufacturing in space with orbital refueling through streamlined framework, establish a new position at the Oval Office. They're also talking about the FAA and the administrators for the commercial space transportation will also be a non-career employee. So, what we're doing here is we're seeing a chance to really see competition as opposed to, just government subsidies, corporate welfare, and they pick the winners that Nancy Pelosi can bet on. So I think this is good. Anytime we can press innovation, thanks, Ben. So I thought that was a pretty interesting. I was going to ask you, Delgado, do you think this is part of your? Oh, we're done here. Well, I'm glad I got. What happened to that segment?
It was out of tune.
You said Pelosi, and everything just stopped right there. That's what happened.
Sorry about that.
We'll do some more news with Paul Nolan back at the American First Warehouse right after this.
So, Delgado, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think that is a shot at Musk, or do you think our original theory that they were putting on a little bit of a show and they exaggerated, blew it up, so this way they can distance themselves from one another to really give Musk the inside track to really expand his SpaceX program?
That's a good question. I don't know because, again, we haven't seen a lot of craziness come out of Elon lately, right? Except the fact that he thinks he's 3,000 years old and he's, from the future.
That's not crazy enough.
That's not crazy. But think about it. Who's his big competition?
Bezos.
And Bezos basically just shoots people straight up and they come right back down.
Yeah.
And that's not really competition.
Well, this would enhance competition, so...
Vin, you got somebody?
But I'm saying in terms of what SpaceX is able to do. I mean, they've got satellites that circle the world to give everybody Wi-Fi. They got
this pack is just as bad as the other one, so it's not the packs. I think it's the system.
It'll be interesting to see. Maybe that opens things up for him to solidify, like you said, maybe solidify his dominance in that area. Could be, because I don't see them knocking down anybody else's door. Like nobody's doing launches. Everybody thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be a space. All these companies are going to get involved, and they found out it's really tough to get involved. And then Elon went and hired everybody from NASA to say, come work for me.
Yeah.
So he's like, he kind of got the inside move when he hired all the NASA people.
Aaron?
I really want you to spend the weekend dabbling with this.
No.
Chew on it, and Monday we'll pick it back up.
Okay.
Talk again? No, it sounds about the same. And I can't really hear, I didn't even hear you when you first asked me. And did you hear me say check your phone? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just the communication is just horrendous.
Chat live in the chat. Tish James.
All right. Welcome back, live from Studio 6B at America's First Warehouse. A lot going on here. We have one of our biggest patriots here, Mike, and he and I have been talking a lot because he has one of the most amazing vehicles you've ever seen in your life because it's finished. It's an RV. It's finished with the Trump getting shot, right?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
But you've got Iwo Jima, Martin Luther King, Kennedy, Trump, World Trade Center, Constitution, moon landing. What more do you need?
It's an amazing vehicle because what he does is he takes it into various towns, usually liberal towns, and he parks it, and then their heads just explode. It's a hilarious moment. And tell us about Logical Conservative, right? That's your foundation?
Yes, it is. LogicalConservative.com. It's a nonprofit, and what we're setting up right now are chapters in each area and counties. So I need your help and participants that want to be a chapter so that we can not only promote what's going on here, but also organize plans and events. And so that we can all participate so we can outplay the Dems in going out there and making it happen. But this weekend I was in beautiful Danbury, right, along with Ridgefield. And when that motorhome pulled into town, they just lost it. They lost it. So if you look on the website, you'll see the videos of the libs going crazy. Shout out to John. We got to support John. Let's make it happen. All right? We need your help. He needs your help. Donations help. At the end of the day, warehouse, we need to make it happen because we are the voice. And without you, it isn't happening. So make it happen.
Nothing makes us feel better than liberal heads exploding when his RV shows up. And it's, your name is perfect because as conservatives and as MAGA, we're just logical people. We're not like people who have, these crazy thoughts. It's very common sense, logically oriented. It's a great name.
Yeah, common sense is the name of the game, right?
That's right, baby.
That's it.
It's good having you here. Thank you. Good luck to you. Back to you, Big D.
All right, very good, Vin. I was thinking we could really make the liberal heads explode. Can we get a trailer on the back of that bus with the piano? And while the bus is going around the town, Vin, you could just play and sing, and everybody will go running.
That's roadshow.
That'd be good. All right, let's get back to let's do some news with Paul Nolan, and we'll do some sports with Slick here. Paul, what else is on your news radar?
So I've been trying to, expand on the trade wars that are going on. We keep hearing how tariffs from Goldman Sachs. They said tariffs are going to kill America, and they just keep raising the red flags that there's, the world is going to end and Trump is the cause of it. But what I'm seeing here is really more than just a trade war, it's a currency war. And some of the things I'd like to highlight here are a currency war is really what each nation who's involved, starting with China, they are purposely devaluing, and all nations will start to devalue their currency. And you think to yourself, why would they want to make their currency less valuable? And the real reason is because it makes their products now cheaper and it offsets the tariffs that are tacked on top of it. So, for example, let's just say you want to buy a camera from China and it would be $1,000 US. They devalue the yuan, which would be 100,000 yuan for that camera. They devalue it, by, let's just say, 25%, and now that camera's $800 US. So it offsets the tariff coming back the other way. What's really happening here, I think Trump is systematically taking the run at China while they're in a housing crisis. I think he's going to force them into a corner, essentially, to collapse their currency. I think we'll never go a full-scale war with China, but I really think that everything we're seeing here is way more complicated than we hear on the news. We hear people say, oh, that tariffs are ruining everything, but they barely have kicked in. All they've done is bring in us $27 billion in the first month, I think 22 the following month. So
they don't understand tariffs. That's the basic thing. They think it's some tax that on a surface, superficially, you could argue that, but it's not really that. This is a negotiating platform to level the playing field here and maybe bring some revenue coming into the
which
States.
we know $7 trillion has been committed back to the U.S. in manufacturing. And the best part about that, the manufacturing, we'll see really start to kick in. Old abandoned warehouses are being renovated as we speak. We will see by the time midterms come around, manufacturing cranking in America. What's going to happen next? We can fight our way out of this big bad bill, which I'm not thrilled with, Dee's not thrilled with. But if you get enough economic growth, you get the GDP rolling, what can you do now right at the midterms? You can cut taxes on the middle class. You could bring people who are paying 40% of their income. Essentially, they work 12 months out of the year, and the first 5 months are going to the government. Yep. They work for free for 5 months. They're slaves for 5 months. You get that down to 2 months, you can't lose an election for the next 20 years. Nope. So I just wanted to touch base on, I think Trump's got this down. I really think the currency war is really what we're watching here, but no one will talk about it in any mainstream news. So I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on the stuff that I follow.
Just quickly though, before we get to sports, I'm interested in the two of you because you guys follow it. What do you make of the PPI though? The producer price index this month just came in at 3.1. They expected it to come in at like 2.3. Came in extremely, extremely hot. Some will look at that and say, okay, that shows that the producers right now are sucking up the tariffs and not passing it to the consumer, but that's not going to last. This is one of the things I think Jerome Powell still is worried about, not cutting rates. I think he should have. I think the president's right that he's too late, but I think this is what's in the back of his head. Does this PPI this month coming in that much hotter than expected give any kind of an alarm that we may see the PPI all of a sudden dump to the CPI for consumers, and all of a sudden everything's trajectory back up?
Yeah, I think if anything like that does happen, which just did occur, I think it's short term, all short term stuff. Because if you think about how the tariffs are all being imposed, they're very high to start off with. He's negotiating, and then they're leveling off. That leveling off is going to take that stuff away, frankly. And so that's one thing. The other piece of it is on all of these things, and this is something Paul and I get into a lot when we talk about the economy. 2026 might be one of the greatest years in our history economically. Yeah. You have the tariffs settling in, the tax breaks are all in place, trillions of dollars
will come down.
Yeah, interest rates coming down, trillions of dollars invested in our country for jobs, manufacturing, and all this stuff. What is all that going to do? It's going to not only provide jobs, it's going to provide economic stimulation, and it's going to provide higher wages, and prices are going to come down. Because there's going to be more competition for all of these products, including, by the way, pharmaceutical products, which might be one of the first ones to come hit and get hit out there. You and I talk about this, and I think I was just talking to a big banker about this, and we're hedging on some deal, and I'm like, 2026 is going to be our biggest year in history. Don't hedge. Yes. It's time to move now.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Big year.
And that's a great point you made. I do think it's temporary. I'm with Vin on that. I really think the future is so bright. I just don't think America can be held down. And I think we're watching Trump unravel 60 years of BS through the CIA and the bankers who have dominated the world for 200 years.
All right, 37 past the hour, live from Studio 6B at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night. Let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. Slick's got it. What's going on, Slickster?
All right, Big D. We're only about 3 weeks away from the odds makers, or 2 weeks if we decide to do college a week early. So we're getting that.
We are doing college.
All right, so 2 weeks away from odds makers then. We'll get that ranking around the 29th, right? We're going to do it here on Friday nights. I'll be doing the interviews for the odds makers. I'm figuring. I got to do my picks. And then I'll get up and do my picks.
He's throwing his weight around.
Do you have any sports to do right now?
I do
or just lecturing us?
I'm tying it in for football. Here we go. So we got preseason football. I know, not a big deal, but I got to cover it anyway. So we got the Titans and Falcons tied at 20. Great game. I'll tell you, two quarterbacks having a great, actually, they mirror each other tonight. You got Brandon Allen, 111, 14, 119 yards and 1 touchdown and an interception. And Easton Stick. Paul, do you believe somebody with a last name named their kid's first name Easton Stick? Unbelievable. So 15 to 25, 145 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 pick.
I'm going to edit No joke.
Exactly.
Take it out. Don't say it.
Unbelievable. So, and just want to follow up on the story Vin did a little bit earlier with the Minnesota Vikings, and Vikings have responded to backlash over introduction of male cheerleaders. Warner Todd Houston and Breitbart. The Minnesota Vikings are not backing down despite the backlash over their decision to add 2 male cheerleaders to their Minnesota Vikings cheer squad. While many fans may be seeing male cheerleaders for the first time at a Vikings game, male cheerleaders have been a part of previous Viking teams and have long been associated with the collegiate and professional cheerleading. The team said in a statement, according to Newsweek. We support all of our cheerleaders and are proud of the role they play as ambassadors of the organization, the team added. The team took heavy criticism after posting a video on social media debuting 2025 cheer squad in which male cheerleader Louis Kahn was featured front and center. The team was further buffeted when a second man, who goes by the name of Blaze Sheik, took to his own social media to announce that he too had been part of the 2025. They're calling it the MBC.
Blaze?
Yeah. Only in Minnesota. What can I tell you?
I like that name, Blaze.
No, but we'll see. In 2025, approximately 1/3 of NFL teams have male cheerleaders. Every member of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleader program has an impressive dance background and went through the same rigorous audition. We'll see what happens, though, for the Vikings this year, right? We'll see what kind of season they have. And where's my friends from Michigan?
Like I said, just what they need. More guys who can't score.
Yeah, that's terrible. And, Michigan Wolverines got in a lot of trouble today for the sign stealing.
No, they didn't. That's nothing. That's
$20 million fine, drop in the bucket, right,
That's
Big D?
nothing.
And 10 years of sanctions and monitoring.
That's nothing. They got
They'll
off
overcome
nothing.
that.
Scot-free.
Yeah. And restrictions on recruiting. Okay, we'll see.
Scot-free.
All right, Wolverines prevail. And that's a wrap in sports, Big D.
All right, Slick, very good. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. Rick Delgado, give me a couple headlines here. Actually, I want to put something up and just pass it around for you guys.
Okay.
Because I saw this today, and I thought I almost had 2 different thoughts at the same time. I thought, what, huh? And then I thought, well, at least they're finally being honest. Put
Did
this
that
up,
hurt?
Aaron.
Did that hurt?
This is the New York Times headline.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Abolish the Senate, end the Electoral College, pack the court. Why the left can't win without a new constitution. So, finally, out of the closet.
Yes.
No more secrets. This is what we always have known they want to do. Now they're just writing about it, saying we can't win unless we totally destroy everything we know about the country. Vin, what do you make of this headline?
I make a lot of that headline because I used to get in at a debate with some of my liberal friends, good friend of Rick Delgado, Doug.
How's Doug doing?
Doug's doing quite well. We argue about many, many things, and we were arguing about immigration. And I would say, this is policy. It's not illegal immigration. This is their policy. Well, why would you say that, Vin? What are you talking about? Well, they want to recensus, they want to redistrict the entire country so they have more seats. So if they can't do it the illegal way, which is what they've tried to do, maybe they try to do it the legal way and dismantle our entire country, because it is, frankly, the only way that they'll be able to take the country and drive it to the ground like they were trying to before, because Trump has outsmarted them at every stop. He's outsmarted them by making sure the census includes no illegals. He's outsmarted them with the whole jury rigging thing that he's going out with Texas and other places. Wait till that fight settles down. Trump is going to win that. Your state, too, is up for that, right? We got to get that in Connecticut. So that's what I think about. It's just more noise that deliberately shows what they're really up to.
Yeah, and what they're really up to is knowing that they suck, right? think about it. They stand up for criminals. You've got an entire party that is now. They live in Crazy Town.
Yep.
Their entire party, like even Vin's friends, they're all lunatics.
They are.
Even Doug. Sorry to say, I think he's a good guy. Never met him. But anyhow,
yeah,
they are lunatics. When you think about what they support and where the rest of the country is kind of going like, what? What do you mean, girls, boys and girls sport? What?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense. They hate everything that could be successful American. They hate the flag. They hate hot chicks and jeans. They hate sports teams.
Right.
They hate men being men, and they hate everything about this country. They suck.
All right, we'll wrap it up when we get back on a Friday night from the America First Warehouse right after this.
All right, chat live in the chat one last time. What a great crowd tonight, too, huh? Great live crowd. Killing it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming out.
Bringing the noise. Laughing at Vin's joke. Have you seen Vin's picture that he sent? Oh, my goodness. When he's talking to the lady about the pregnancy, I thought he was talking about himself. The belly picture he sent today was awful.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, because you didn't believe it actually happened. I had to prove it to you.
What, that you got pregnant?
No. It is possible, Democrats, men to get pregnant.
Yeah, men to get pregnant. Another reason why they suck.
That was tough to stomach.
Let's see who's live in the chats one last time. Let's go to the Rumbles. The Rumblers. Carol H2. Joe Ed Jr. Ed the Great. Randy McCool. Americas is in there. Drake 99. MAGA Patriot 63. Jethro TXK.
We only got 341 likes on YouTube. Yikes. Let's get the love going there. If you forgot to hit it, give us some love. Big D and I, we need this to break 500.
In his word, Panama Tom. Bunch of great people in the Rumble chat. Let's go over to Twix. Put on a suit is in there. Pitchfork 22. Anti Hi-Fi.
What's up, Mr. Mikey AZ? Man, that guy's the man.
Former rancher Dane. LC San Diego, a California viewer, obviously.
I think Mikey AZ and that guy should hang out. And Sarge.
Racing Banshee is in there.
Where's Sarge?
Tweet Potato.
What's up, Bill Moore?
Manny C.
Segway.
Come
what's
on,
up?
X. What are you talking about, Manny C? Connie Lou,
Jeff
Dave
McCormick,
Syverson.
thank you.
Tree Finder. Where are you in the
Juicy
YouTube?
JP, what's up?
Paul, are you in the YouTubes?
I'm in the YouTubes. I'm on the interweb with the YouTubes.
Santa Fe
Lorraine
Mocking.
Donato, my girl.
Santa Fe Mockingjay is in the Twixer.
Where's Jersey Girl?
Donita.
All right. Vinnie Mac here, live from Studio 6B. And I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mega Maga. He eats his steak rare. He has his pasta al dente. What else do you do? He puts no milk in his cereal. This is a real man over here. He's tough as hell. Joe the Box.
Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. I just want to say, because I was driving back from Washington, D.C., and I know there's a lot of bad things happening in D.C. I was in an area that wasn't too bad, but you saw it. And I had the MAGA truck going on, the Ultra MAGA truck. So there was a lot of people that were very happy to see what we were doing. I think they're very happy to see what Donald Trump is doing. And they're certainly happy to see what we're doing here at Studio 6B and the warehouse. We're crushing it over here. Downtown in West Palm Beach, I just saw my friend Mickey Whithoff. Mickey, I know you're there. I almost cried when I saw you because Donna and Don are great people. They've been helping that community. This is her daughter. This is Ashley Babbitt. This is Ashley Babbitt. Let's say her name. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Thank you very much. Now, the J6s are down here in Washington, in West Palm Beach. You know why, Vinnie Mac?
Tell me.
They are producing a new song. A new song from the J6 prisoners. They already have one platinum record, and maybe they can pull it off again. And their music is so great. Tomorrow night, we got the Journey Band here at the warehouse, tailgating out in the parking lot. Journey, baby.
I gotta love it. And yeah, that's right, Damon. I'll be playing the piano with both of these efforts here for music. Tell me more about her for a second. That she was killed at January 6th. She was shot by a police officer, I believe, right?
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Ashley Babbitt served our country very admirably. through the Gulf War, 12 years, an Air Force veteran. She loved this country. She went to D.C. with nothing but good intentions. She was set up, and unfortunately, God chose her to be to turn the MAGA movement into the maniacs that we are. Because she died for this country. She is our hero. I think Patriot Day, on the day she died, on January 6th, by Officer Michael Byrd, completely should have never happened. It would have never happened if Trump was president.
Yeah, well, let's continue to honor Ashley Babbitt as much as we can, because she is a symbol of all the things that we love in this country. Back to you, Big D.
All right, Vinnie Mac, very good. Joe the Box. Always great to be at the America First Warehouse on a Friday night. Joe the Box and his staff are always so welcoming, and we do appreciate it. We love being in a room full of Patriots here, as we are almost each and every Friday night. We will be off next Friday, because most of us will be spread out doing all kinds of different stuff before the summer ends. I'll be taking my son to college.
I'll be on tour.
Move-in day is next Friday, so that's going to be a big day.
You going to wear shoes for that, or you going to go with your flip-flops?
Yeah, flip-flops all the way. So
just checking.
All right, let's get to everybody if we can here before we wrap up. Delgado, I'll start with you. Give me a couple other headlines.
All right. I don't know if you saw this, but Kash Patel made some statements regarding, what they've been doing, what they've been working on, and what they've been finding. Here he is, kind of pretty much laying it out, the case for the American people, because let's face it, I know Big D doesn't think there's going to be many arrests, if any. But the way he seems to be laying this out, it's almost like he's prepping the American people for what they're about to see, because maybe we haven't seen this before. And let's hope that's the case. Here he is, cut number 3, explaining how they're making these documents public and what they intend to do and go forward with. Cut number 3, check out Kash.
Well, Sean, what we're doing is building a case for the American public under the Truth and Transparency and Accountability Initiative. And what I mean by that is AG Bondi brilliantly highlighted our partners, Director Ratcliffe at the CIA and Director Gabbard over at the DNI. We are working with them because the documents that would facilitate an investigation of this magnitude don't just rest at the FBI and DOJ. They're throughout the intelligence community. And we, the Russiagate guys like Johnny Ratcliffe and myself who investigated this and exposed this, are trying to expose documentation that we've known existed for years. At the same time, we're finding new material. So the best approach is to release this information with them and also go to our colleagues in Congress who have an oversight function on the judiciary committees and oversight committees and demand from us information and documentation that we can publicize. Things like the Durham Annex, which we've known have existed this entire time, but were classified for political reasons. We are educating the American public as we build through this transparency initiative. And where the investigation goes, I can assure you of this: we will max accountability for the American public.
Yeah, there you go.
That's big time, man.
Big time. And I think, you know what, and I think it's important, to kind of get people ready, because again, you're talking about some high-level people that were quote-unquote untouchable, that were the elites, and now they're being exposed. And we all know the next step when somebody like this has committed crimes. They're supposed to be arrested. I think they're kind of prepping us for that.
Yeah, I was going to say that when I was going to close out by saying something to the effect of, they need to unmask the map of deep state players, and they have to systematically do it and win the court of public opinion. And it's got to happen through really us, MAGA, because the mainstream media will run cover.
Right.
But watching him say that right there makes it so exciting to know that they will really deconstruct this pile of steaming lump of gold, Damon.
Yeah. That's all.
You want me to curse? No. Well, listen. I feel like some people even on this show had Kash thrown under a bus real quick. I think Kash is, maybe his hands are tied a little bit and he's still getting in there, but I still have full confidence in both Kash and Bondi that they'll do the right thing here. Even if it doesn't come as quick as we all want.
I have full confidence in Kash and Bongino, not so much Bondi, but we'll see. Let's keep her off the mic. And last thing I had real quick for you, is cut number 5. We're talking about being safe. The people in D.C. We've seen the fake protesters. Here's one of the residents of D.C. Here is how she feels about things that are going after President Trump federalized the D.C. Metro Police. Here is Big Dog Lexi enjoying a car ride. Check it out. This is cut number 5.
Finally able to chill at a red light with my window down, not worried about if one of them young come in. riding through the city, feeling more safe than I ever felt.
Yeah. Think about it. You're watching someone who lives in D.C. who's not afraid to stop at a light because she was afraid of getting carjacked.
Yeah.
That's the major
regular occurrence
change
in DC,
that's
by the way.
happening
Yeah,
with the residents.
Country of D.C.
Yeah.
All right, Vinnie Mac, anything else on your radar?
Yeah, I do. I have a shout out to all the baby boomers like myself. I have a shout out to Big Balls and Elon Musk and Donald Trump because Trump came out and announced that 275,000 illegal aliens have been taken off the Social Security roll.
Nice.
And how about 12.4 million dead people that are off the database of that? Want it basically means is we're not running out of money. We're running out of corruption's running out of money, but we're not running out of money in Social Security. Last point I want to make quickly is Victor David Hanson talks about the counter-revolution going on right now, which is what's happening, what Trump is doing. But I want to send a little warning out for everybody. If you thought what the Dems did in the Summer of Love and all the other stuff that they pulled, even COVID, just wait. They're going to pull out everything they possibly can to disrupt what Trump is doing here. We have to all be very sharp and awake and speak out and continue to push this movement.
All right, very good. Slick, anything else you want to tell us in sports?
All right, Big D. Yep, Mets are losing, Reds are losing, Yankees are winning. What else is new? That's a wrap.
As always, we salute our military, active and active police, firefighters, first responders, EMTs, everybody that keeps the country safe and keeps the country moving forward. Thanks, everybody on the show. Aaron, Fran, great job as always. Most of all, thank you. Live from Studio 6B audience here at the America First Warehouse, and you, of course, out there on Real America's Voice. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday night back in the studio live from Studio 6B. We'll see you then.